Imagine you've launched your new app. You're dreaming of millions of users, global data centers, and a system so robust it could survive a total network collapse. It is incredibly tempting to reach for Kubernetes, Kafka, and a complex distributed microservices architecture on day one. But here is the cold, hard truth. Premature scaling is one of the most common reasons tech startups fail. We often get caught up in the engineering part of software engineering, forgetting that our primary goal is to solve a problem for a customer. When you build for 1 million users before you have 10, you aren't being prepared, you are being wasteful. You are spending your most precious resource, time, on problems you do not actually have yet. Today, we are diving deep into why scaling early is a dangerous trap and how you can avoid it to ensure your project actually survives to see those millions of users.
The first major issue is the complexity tax. When you choose a complex architecture early, every single feature takes longer to build. In a simple monolithic application, adding a new user profile field might take 20 minutes. In a distributed microservices setup, you might need to update the user service, the authentication service, the API gateway, and then coordinate a schema migration across 3 different databases. This overhead slows down your velocity. In the early stages of a product, speed of iteration is everything. You need to be able to pivot, change directions, and ship features based on user feedback. If your architecture is a rigid web of interconnected services, you've essentially built a cage for your own innovation. You are paying for a massive engine when you are still trying to figure out where the car should go.
Then there's the product market fit problem. Most software projects change drastically in their first 6 to 12 months. Features you thought were essential get ignored, and minor side features become the main attraction. If you've spent months building a scalable infrastructure for feature A and your users actually want feature B, you've wasted a massive amount of capital. Scaling is an act of solidification. It makes your code harder to change. By scaling early, you are making a bet that you know exactly what your users want and how they will use the system. History shows that most developers are wrong about this. It's much better to have a slow app that people love than a lightning-fast app that nobody uses. Scale the success. Do not scale the speculation.
Maintenance burden. Every piece of infrastructure you add, Redis caches, message queues, load balancers, requires maintenance. They need monitoring, patching, and debugging when they inevitably fail. In a small team, this ops work can easily consume 50% of your engineering time. Instead of building new features that provide value to your customers, you are fighting with your cloud provider's networking configuration or debugging a race condition in your distributed cache. Remember, a single modern server is incredibly powerful. You can serve thousands of concurrent requests from a well-optimized monolithic app on a single $20 a month VPS. Until you are actually hitting the limits of vertical scaling, meaning you've bought the biggest server available and it's still crying, you probably don't need a complex horizontal scaling strategy.
The financial cost is another critical factor. Cloud providers love it when you scale early. Every managed service, every cross-region data transfer, and every micro-instance adds up. For a bootstrapped startup or a small project, a $1,000 monthly cloud bill can be the difference between staying in business and shutting down. When you scale prematurely, you are paying for capacity you aren't using. You are essentially renting a skyscraper to house a team of 3 people. It's much smarter to keep your burn rate low while you're finding your footing. A lean infrastructure allows you to survive longer, giving you more at-bats to find a successful product. Don't let your infrastructure costs eat your runway before you've even taken off.
So, when should you actually scale? The answer is simple: scale when it hurts. Scale when your metrics show that your database is consistently at 90% CPU, or when your response times are degrading despite your best optimization efforts. This is what we call a good problem to have. It means you have real users and real demand. When you reach this point, you'll have much more data about how your system is actually used, which will inform a much better scaling strategy. You might find that you only need to scale one specific part of your app rather than the whole thing. By waiting, you ensure that your engineering efforts are always aligned with the actual needs of the business. You aren't guessing anymore, you're responding to reality.
To wrap things up, remember that your code is a liability, not an asset. The less of it you have to manage, the better. Build the simplest thing that could possibly work and focus your energy on the features that set your product apart. Don't let the cool factor of high-scale engineering distract you from the goal of building a sustainable business or a useful tool. Start small, stay lean, and let your users tell you when it's time to grow. If you focus on providing value first, the scaling problems will come, and when they do, you'll be in a much better position to solve them. Thanks for watching and happy building. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more technical deep dives.